What's up, guys? Welcome to Movie Importance, movie review of Captain Marvel, the newest film from director Annette Boden and Ryan Fleck, and stars Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, Jude Law, Annette Bening, Lashana Lynch, Gregg, and bringing back Lee Pace and Djimon Hounsou from Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is a little bit different. As you know, we continue our quest for Avengers Endgame. Since Captain Marvel's out, we're actually going to jump ahead to phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is literally the last film of this cinematic universe at this point, up to Avengers Endgame. So it's interesting to see that we still have a bunch of movies to talk about, but we're finally getting Captain Marvel, which will complete what the 10 years or 11 years now has become with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And this is a movie that's very interesting because it's bringing into a fold a character played by Brie Larson named Carol Danvers, or Z, and basically she has no memory of her past. But she is a Kree warrior. She's fighting against the Skrulls. Her teacher, played by Jude Law, who I think is played his character's name Ronag or something like that. They fight, and she gets captured by the Skrulls, and the Skrulls are trying to find out where this light speed product is at, where it can, transport them in other places quickly. And she crash lands on Earth, and everything starts to go haywire for her because she starts to have memories of a possible, life on Earth, but she can't kind of deal with it because of her existence as what she thinks is a Kree. And so she has to go find this character played by Annette Bening, who plays Larson. And in the process, she meets Samuel L. Jackson's character, and she meets Gregg's character, and she meets everybody who just happens to have something to do with her. And so she has to figure out who she is, what she is, how she becomes who she is, and how she becomes the character that we're going to eventually know as kind of the leader of the Marvel Cinematic or Cosmic Universe moving on. And overall, this movie is an interesting tale of a fish out of water, like it's been said before. But it's a fascinating, fun adventure. It's very 90s looking movie in general, in the essence of just the way it feels, the way things play out, the music that's playing, the way it's shot. This is a very interesting, weird movie for Marvel. And this is coming from a group that did Guardians of the Galaxy. And I kind of loved it, but it's so offbeat and so weird and so in its own space that it kind of falters a lot of times, but it doesn't make it a bad movie. It's actually quite entertaining. Everybody's having fun in the movie, like most Marvel movies. It just doesn't feel like it's a whole complete movie. Like, we get a lot of stuff, yes, on the home planet of the Kree, and then we get the stuff with the Skrulls, and there's stuff with the Skrulls behind that situation that gets played out. But I just don't feel like a lot of times like it works like it should. And I don't feel like Brie Larson is 100% there. I'm going to be interested to see what they do with her in Avengers Endgame and in the future. I hope we spend more time in space, more time on the Kree Skrull battle with Ronan, who Lee Pace is playing in this movie because he's come back from Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'll be interested to see how the bull rolls with this. But, I think one thing that Marvel does really well is it picks indie directors, indie people that were not known for doing these types of movies, and gives them the free will, the freedom of kind of meshing their own style, getting like a block of clay and kind of like rolling with it, shaping how they see. Because you've seen this with Guardians of the Galaxy, you've seen it with Captain America, you've seen it with Thor. Every Thor movie, you look at Thor Ragnarok, which is one of the most interesting movies out there. And everything's different. Everything rolls weird. Everything just rolls into its own style. And it's just a very cool thing to see. And the de-aging things they've done for Samuel L. Jackson's character, Nick Fury, and Gregg's Coulson is pretty impressive. I mean, this whole movie is de-aged Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, so he looks like what he would look like in the 90s. And I gotta say, it's really fascinating to watch and really interesting. And, Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson just have so much fun, kinetic energy. And it's really good to see. I think maybe the misstep in this movie was Annette Bening's character. I thought she was a little too goofy for her role. I understand they wanted to bring. She finally figures out that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is worth putting her weight into. I just don't think it works as well as some other characters. I think she's in the goofy nature of like a Nicole Kidman from Aquaman. But that's not saying that she's a bad character. It's just she's just really weird. And then like Ben Mendelsohn's fine as the main scroll, but he just doesn't feel like he has a lot of heart into it, even though he's trying. It doesn't feel like it's there. And then the bad guys, like also with Lee Pace, and it's just I don't understand the point of Ronan the Accuser. I'm hoping they use him more, but he doesn't. He's not a great villain, not interesting. So take that for what it's worth. But yeah. So other than that, I don't want to go into too many spoilers, but the movie's like definitely worth your time. It's definitely worth fun seeing. There's a good mid-credit scene. Goose, the cat, who's the cat that Carol Danvers had, is a lot of fun. There's a lot of great moments with that cat, and it's not as like what as much as I thought it was going to be, but the things that are there are a lot of fun. And if you have a cat, you kind of enjoy it. So take that for what it's worth. But yeah, that's gonna be my take on Captain Marvel. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with their character for Endgame, but from here, it's just it's a fun ride for what it is, and it's like I said, very 90s. There's a lot of 90s nostalgia in this movie for a reason. So, but anyways, that's my take on Captain Marvel. Thank you so much for watching. Apologize for my voice. I have lost my voice, but I still want to get my review out. So, but as always, if you like what you see, remember to rate, subscribe, check out the YouTube channel, Facebook, and Twitter. Email nlapolo113@gmail.com if you have any questions. I know all you guys are going to see this movie, so tell me what you think. Where would you place this in the MCU, since this is the last solo movie for the MCU to Avengers Endgame? So, but with that, we'll go ahead and see you on the next video. Peace out.